Hello and welcome to our monthly report from plenary here in Strasbourg. As Europeans prepare to go on holiday on the continent this year, one thing they don't have to remember is their passport, because thanks to the Schengen Agreement, which came into force 26 years ago, people can move freely throughout most of Europe without internal border controls.
However, nearly 3 decades on, it has been proposed that the logistics of the agreement be revisited. Indeed, the recent uprisings in North Africa and the Middle East and the subsequent influx of 25,000 migrants from these countries to Italy, Malta and Greece has brought the Schengen Agreement into question, with some member states even debating whether national borders should be reintroduced. European Commission President José-Manual Barroso said this is absolutely the last resort.
This is not about finding ways for member states to reintroduce border controls. I firmly believe that to do so would catastrophically undermine not just what Europe has constructed over the last 61 years, but to sabotage the viability of our efforts to build a prosperous and integrated Europe for the future.
However, it was clear from the Commission that certain shortcomings in the existing system need to be corrected, including reinforcement of our external borders and better coordination and burden sharing of migrants between the member states.
When looking at burden sharing, all the pressures and all the contributions need to be taken into account. And this is the very spirit of the European Union, the management of crisis by solidarity and responsibility. Solidarity and responsibility are the key words in our response. Immigration is a European challenge. Immigration requires a European response.
The EPP Group spokesperson Manfred Weber agreed with the Commission, saying they would continue to strengthen the Schengen Agreement and defend the European dream of a Europe without borders.
We've had member states that, in proportion to their population, have clearly taken on more immigrants than is now the case in Southern Europe. Nevertheless, nobody has ever had the idea to reconsider the Schengen Agreement because of this pressure. And so I would like to state clearly that we should be carrying this challenge together, and I therefore think that it is a real shame that we have to have this debate at all.
There is no doubt that the creation of the Schengen area is one of the EU's greatest achievements, something all citizens will see when they travel throughout Europe this summer.
Changing from analogue to digital TV has freed up radio frequencies. MEPs debated how these frequencies could be used for mobile broadband, a key growth sector for Europe.
Swedish MEP Gunnar Hökmark, Vice Chair of the EPP Group, has looked into how the use of these frequencies can be coordinated to promote European competitiveness.
I want Europe to have the best capacity and the highest speeds regarding broadband, because then we will be the home for the development of all the new services that will be crucial for the modern economy and our competitiveness.
Europe's telecom industry is leading worldwide, and this signals a change in priorities for the European Union.
1950, when Schuman proposed the start of this union, it was about coal and steel. And today it is about information technology and knowledge that will be crucial for the future of Europe.
Hökmark's proposals on the EU's radio spectrum policy have received broad support in Parliament, as most MEPs are aware of the important advances in information technology have for strengthening Europe's position in an increasingly competitive world.
Sometimes when we talk about the world's biggest economies, we talk about US and China. All of us forgetting that European Union is the biggest economy.
Pilar del Castillo Vera, EPP Group spokesperson in Parliament's Industry, Research and Energy Committee, also saw the economic advantages of liberating these frequencies.
It is not just any old issue. The economic aspects of this amount to 3% of European GDP, and that is just the beginning.
Just before the launch of European Youth Week, MEPs also adopted a framework for improving Europe's education and training systems. They especially want to increase student mobility in Europe.
Called Youth on the Move, the initiative aims to remove some of the barriers students face when they want to study abroad. getting visas or their medical papers in other languages, for example. Studies have shown that training abroad can increase the engagement of young people in society, as well as their participation in democratic processes. In fact, in the last European elections, the percentage of young people voting was twice as high for those who had been on an Erasmus exchange as those who hadn't. The new framework also recognizes the link between the creation of new jobs, products and services and the skills that must be fostered in today's youth to meet new needs on a changing labour market. It wants to promote deeper ties between businesses and universities to encourage innovation. Milan Zver, the Slovenian MEP steering the new framework through Parliament, insisted that money spent on this now is an investment in the future. He highlighted the contribution that education and training will make to achieving the goals for growth the EU set itself in its Europe 2020 strategy.
Also the other target of the strategy Euro 2020 depends on the effectiveness, quality and efficiency of education and training system and also on the modernization of the labor market. Data show that those who have attended different forms of mobility abroad are better in school and much more competitive at the labor market. Shortly, they are better at integrating into society.
That's all for this session, but we'll be back on the 9th of June with more news from plenary. To keep up to date in the meantime, visit our website, eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching.